must live here with Bayut. Find your next home. Browse from over 200,000 listings for rent and sale in the UAE. Download the app or visit Bayut.com.
Right then, let's talk about the intersection of two of the most exciting industries in the UAE at the moment. They are real estate and technology. Who better to speak to than the CEO of Bayut and Bezel, Haider Khan, with us in the studio. Haider, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks very much indeed. And really good to have you here because one of the big talking points over the past couple of weeks has been RERA and the Land Department and their directives on listings of property here in the UAE. Let me just recap what happened. About 3 weeks ago, mid-February, RERA and the Land Department issued this on X. They said all real estate offices must update the digital real estate platforms portals within 3 working days, which should result in removing all unavailable properties for rental or sales. And they went on to say, through our scheduled inspections of electronic real estate portals, we noticed that there are some properties that are no longer available for sale or rent and are still displayed on the portals by real estate agents. And they finished by saying, we ask everyone to abide by the instructions. And in the event of a violation, they finished with a fine will be applied in particular. That was about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Haider, of course, Bayut, one of the big listings portals here. Why was this action necessary by RERA?
I think we've all kind of lived through this over the years. When you're going and looking for a property, you see something online and then you make a call and you're told that's not available, let me show you something else. And I think if you look at some of the more advanced markets, look at the West, you won't run into this issue too much. And rightfully so. Things that should be advertised or that are advertised should be available. And then I think we've also kind of held that for the longest, which is don't show people one thing and then when they inquire about it, go and show them something else. It leads to frustration for consumers.
But how do you police this? Because, for example, if I set up a real estate agency tomorrow, Dickie's Deals, let's call it, and I become a client of Bayut or one of the other portals,
Sure.
and I say, right, I've got these properties and I've got apartment in the downtown area and it's 3 million dirhams. How do you know that Dickie's Deals are throwing straight dice? Is it down to you and the other portals to monitor this, to police Dickie's Deals and others?
Sure. So, look, I think these things have been around, the forums, which RERA have been around for a while. And now we're just working a lot with the Land Department and integrating our platforms with the Land Department. So if you are a real estate agent, you will get access to a property, you talk to a landlord and you want to advertise it, you'll have to fill out a form. Once that form is filled, that information is available with RERA. And once you advertise that property on Bayut, we can actually ping DLD and get the permit number back and make sure that that property is an actual authentic property, which has been approved by the landlord. The landlord has approved the advertisement by the real estate agent, by that specific real estate agent for that property. So we can actually look into that kind of information now.
Okay, so let's talk numbers. How many listings did you take down as Bayut as a result of this, would you say?
Yeah, so we've been, so listings have come down quite a bit. I would say around, at this point, and I've been checking on a regular basis, we have about 30% of the content in Dubai has come down. And it continues to come down. We have issued very clear guidance around this to real estate agents. And on Wednesday, we will take down more listings. So we've given them an opportunity to actually go and fix these permits. They're fairly straightforward to fix, but we are, as I said, we're working very closely with the Land Department, pinging them constantly to make sure that these properties are authentic.
So are you saying that 30% of the content on your site has come down?
Yes, correct.
And when you bring more down or you tell people to take it down, what further percentage drop do you think we'll see?
So I think we're probably looking at another 10% that we will take down in 2 days' time. Yep.
So, in terms of the fines that DLD and RERA were talking about, what do we know about how many fines have been handed out, either to portals like yourselves or to the brokers who post the listings?
Yeah, we've partnered very closely with DLD on this, and we will make sure we're going to lead. I mean, we are leading the way. We have been making it very clear to agents to go and fix this behavior. This fine is for people who wrongly advertise properties. Now, as a portal, you can imagine where you have hundreds of thousands of properties, it's very difficult to control every piece of content. There are changes that are happening literally every instant. But we are, as the integration gets tighter and tighter, we have a much closer check on it. So these fines are really being issued to real estate agencies who are wrongly advertising properties.
How do you spot the stuff that is wrong?
As I said, when the agent loads up the details of the property, they have to specify a permit number. And then that permit number allows us to pull that same information from the land department and match that with what the agent has specified.
What does it mean for you as a business, because you are a business,
Sure.
if 40% and another 10%, so if you take down 40% of your listings, I mean, are you not losing revenue from that?
Certainly it impacts those things, right? But at the end of the day, the key thing is we're not losing leads. The people who are looking, that number actually has gone up last week. And I personally believe that, we will lead the way in this, which is we are going to be the first clean portal in Dubai. That's fine. And, it's part of business. It has to evolve. It has to be a cleaner market.
But what is the hit to your bottom line here?
Nothing yet.
So let's talk about some of the other issues. I was looking on when I was going through the DLD and the RERA X feed over the past 3 weeks ago to find that data about portals and listings. Saw a picture of you and Mohan Bengalita smiling at me, signing a deal. I thought, oh, here we go. That's Haider. He's coming into the studio today.
Yeah,
it's not to do with listings, is it?
No.
What deal have you done with RERA?
So we've signed an MOU with DLD where if you are an Emirati, and we have this effort going across the country, or where you're trying to get more of the Emiratis into the workforce. So if you're an Emirati who's a real estate agent, we will support you in getting a business started. We will give you a package on Bayut and the Bizzle, where you can come and advertise your properties for the first year for free of cost.
And this is particularly for Emiratis?
Yes, correct. So Emirati-owned agencies, please come on board. As the country is trying to get more of the Emirati population into the workforce.
Final question before we let you go. Artificial intelligence, so much buzz and hype about it at the moment here in the UAE as elsewhere. Is it moving the needle for you?
We launched Bayut GPT, it's been a few months now, and we're planning to open it up to more of an audience. Right now it's behind a login wall, but we get about over 500 users every day who are using it. And I really feel like we're really, for the first time, we're getting to understand our users a lot better because we are understanding queries now as opposed to just a bunch of filters.
When you say your users, are you talking about the brokers or the people like me who browse?
The consumers. What are they looking for? And then it's fascinating. You bring six people in a room and you ask them, okay, you kind of ask this, you need to ask the same question. They will all write it differently because they all come with different perspectives. And then that's pretty eye-opening. And I think that's very, very exciting for us.
Haider, always good speaking to you. Appreciate your time this morning. We've run out of time. Haven't got time to ask you about the IPO question, but I have asked you about 7 times before. So we'll let that one lie for now. I'm sure when you've got something to say, you'll come back and speak to us. But for now, Haider Khan is the CEO of Dubizzle. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.